It's no secret that dating and romantic relationships look a lot different now than when they used to, when our parents and our grandparents were meeting each other. So how do you navigate dating in this modern age? Is there rules to dating now? Do people even really date anymore? Well, Cindy Grasso from the Charleston School of Protocol is here with us today to talk all about it. Cindy, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
I gotta know, what are your thoughts on dating right now?
Yes, yes, it can be confusing, and it can be, confusing is a good word, because it just depends on how people meet, and they're meeting online now, but you have to know that there's still a very important component of dating, which is respect, and for the relationship. So yeah, it's confusing today.
It is, and I know I grew up on rom-coms. You know, I wanted that fairy tale romance, you know, the guy being all chivalrous and all of that. Is that still what we should be looking for?
Well, I'm going to tell you that social etiquette is not dead, and it is based on chivalry. Yeah. It was gallant men-at-arms who lived by the code of loyalty, bravery, honor, and courage. They lived for their lord, their god, and their lady, and they were known for their courtesy towards women. So man held the door, man pulled the chair, man paid the bill. And honestly, it's not dead. It's not. It's a respect that, a kind of a silent respect that is shown to, and both people, the man and the woman, need to be shown respect to. So some of the things have changed. I mean, if a woman invites a man out, that's fine. She's expected to pay in that regard, by the way. And if a man invites a woman out on a date, then he is expected to pay. Different than friends. You know, that's a kind of a split check kind of thing. But I always say, especially if it's a first date, whoever invited should be the one that is paying that bill.
Whenever I hear that my friends go out on dates and they're not being paid for, I'm like, nope, no second date, not okay.
Not okay.
And do you think that the definition of dating is skewed right now? Because I feel like there's lots of different ways. People say, oh, we're dating, we're going on a few dates, or are you dating? Boyfriend, girlfriend. What is that definition?
No, I think the definition varies. Yeah. I do. I think it has been skewed. I think that people, especially young people, I don't even know if they really know how to date. You know, everything is so technological, how they're meeting, and so I don't think that they really know how. And again, you know, sometimes I feel like people think some of the rules for dating may be old-fashioned, and it's not about that. It's about the relationship. It's never been about the rules in anything that we talk about. It's always been about the relationship. And so things change, but there's still that underlying current that is showing respect for the other person. So, but I do think that young people today don't really know how to date. And I love technology, love and hate technology, to be honest with you, but you know, I don't think, and even people who are getting back into the dating field for whatever reason, they oftentimes don't know how to date with online dating now happening, and how do we even really, everybody's busy, how do we meet people? So it has changed, it has.
How do we get back to that?
Oh gosh, well that's a good question. And I do think that basically it's understanding that, you know, if you're showing respect for someone, then they're better able to show respect back. And I think that people can tell very quickly, like you said, if they're not paying first date, I'm not. There's certain expectations I think that people have, and I think that the expectations that you might have on a first date, you know, may be similar for other people as well. In other words, what we're thinking is appropriate, quietly other people may be thinking that, may not be voicing it, right? But I do think there's an expectation there that needs to be met.
What tips would you give for Valentine's Day coming up?
Well, for Valentine's Day, let me tell you, for myself, and it's always nice to go out to dinner, but I always know that it's so busy on Valentine's Day. So my husband and I, if we go out to dinner, we either go like before Valentine's Day or after, and then we do some kind of fun. On Valentine's Day, we actually stay home and cook, and we do some kind of fun meal that we might prepare together, and that's kind of a fun Valentine's date for us. Not to say you shouldn't go out, because we're a city of restaurants, you should go out, but it's very, very busy on Valentine's Day out. So, but I love Valentine's Day.
Me too. Yeah, I love love, right?
I love love, right?
Any other tips out there for people who are struggling dating? They want to have somebody to spend their time with. What would you say to them?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that that's a very there's a lot of reasons why people do and don't have relationships. And so it's kind of a tough one to put into a one sentence thing. But I think that, you know, people maybe have gotten very comfortable being by themselves, you know, being very independent. And so sometimes it's hard to make room for another person. You may want that other person in your relationship, but sometimes it's maybe a little bit hard. That's why a lot of people have dogs.
Yep. They're always right next to you.
Right next to you. They're loving, unconditional love. Yeah. It's great, but it doesn't take the place of a wonderful relationship. But it's mutual respect, right? And we know what? To get respect, you have to give respect. You can't give what you don't have.
Very true.
And so if I give respect to you, there's a better chance of what? You giving respect back to me. And it's the same thing in dating, you know, absolutely.
Definitely. Cindy, thank you so much for this, and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
we love love around here, right?
Yes, we do.